Changes are on the way. Hello everybody, it's me, Cap, hitting you all with a mid-month update because I'm changing up some things about my Patreon and channel in general. Namely, all of the current Patreon goals I have will be repurposed into channel milestones. Just a thing that was inspired in me by a bunch of different channels I follow, as well as, you know, what streamers do. When I reach a certain number of subscribers, starting from now, every 1,000 subscribers will guarantee a special thing for my channel. At 4,000 subscribers, I'll LP the Forbidden Crash and Spyro games. I'm talking about the GBA games. I'm talking about the Legend of Spyro. I'm talking about Crash Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans. It's gonna be great. At 5,000 subscribers, I'll do a special 12-hour stream. Will I stream? I don't know. But I guarantee that stream will be live for 12 hours. At 6,000 subscribers, a branded game marathon stream. I'm talking about Pepsiman. I'm talking about Chex Quest. I'm talking about Yo Noid. I'm talking about that random Skittles game that exists for reasons. Why does it exist? At 7,000 subscribers, we'll be hitting up the Sevens, featuring new games. I'm talking about Final Fantasy VII. I'm talking about Dragon Quest VII. I'm talking about Resident Evil 7. I'm talking about Ace Combat 7. I'm bringing up Ys 7. I'm focusing on Killer 7. And I'm looking at Shantae and the 7 Sirens. Yo. At 8,000 subscribers, a Telltale Games anthology series of streams. Every single Telltale adventure game. Walking Dead, we got that. The Wolf Among Us, yeah, we'll hit that up too. Batman, yes sir. Minecraft story mode, yeah, might as well. But do you really think we'll be stopping there? What's that? In the distance I see Sam and Max coming for me? And Tales of Monkey Island? Yes, definitely. And Strongbag's cool game for attractive people. Can it be? Yes, it can. When I say every Telltale adventure game, I mean every Telltale adventure game. I'm probably gonna have to buy the Wallace and Gromit game. I'm just now realizing that that is in fact a thing. Wow, how do I not own that already? At 9,000 subscribers, I'll Let's Play Minecraft. How I'm going to carry that out, that's to be determined. Don't know if it'll be challenge maps or survival maps, or if I'll just be doing just playing the base game trying to get to the nether. Either way, there will be Minecraft on this here channel. And at 10,000 subscribers, a 24-hour stream, because I'm crazy like that. Once we get to 10,000, I'll still go on with the channel milestone gimmick, but it probably won't be every 1,000 subscribers. At that point, it will probably be like every 2,000, or I don't know. We'll change things up as we go along. Not to mention the list that I have right here. It's not the be-all end-all. Things are subject to change, and suggestions are always welcome. I mean, some things that have been mentioned in the Discord, I'm not quite sure which one of these are jokes and which ones are not. People brought up Fire Emblem, Fortnite, old Mame games from the 1980s. Ew. And I personally brought up the Ring Fit Adventure mod of Dark Souls, where you play Dark Souls by playing Ring Fit. May leave that one on the cutting room floor indefinitely. I do not wish to die IRL. Quick note before we get into the Patreon stuff, just to reiterate things I've mentioned in the past. 1, despite being on separate platforms, YouTube memberships and Patreon pledges will be considered cumulative. So if I happen to get $25 a month on Patreon and $25 a month through YouTube memberships, I would consider that $50 a month, and whatever my $50 goal is would be considered hit. Just using this as a way to provide people with more options, since I know there's some people who don't like Patreon and there's other people who don't like YouTube's setup. Yeah, just trying to make things easy. All the calculations will be done on my end. And 2, any pledges or memberships are greatly appreciated, but are in no way expected or required for me to keep doing what I'm doing. Just leave them there as a way to help support the channel if you so wish to do so. And it's just a way for me to be able to give back and take steps to improve the channel or gain the funding to make certain things happen. And 3, while I have seen this as fairly common for quite a few YouTuber Patreons, I won't have equipment as Patreon goals, like microphones, a new computer, capture cards, etc. Because these are things I'm just gonna like use the Patreon or YouTube money regardless, as well as like any other money that I'm like setting aside or saving after real life stuff is taken care of course, to help improve the channel. So yeah, no need to set an arbitrary goal for, say, upgrading my mic or anything when A, my current mic is working perfectly fine, and B, I can just save up over time to upgrade these things if need be. So yeah, no hardware goals or anything like that. So with this post-commentary addendum out the way, let's get back to the update. But with that said, where does that leave the Patreon goals? I'll be spinning those off into just more or less long-term things for the channel, as opposed to one-off events. There may still be the occasional event, but not on the level that there was before. That said, at present, I don't really have much in the way of goals here, since I kind of want to keep things game related, but a lot of the things I was thinking of weren't really game related. And with things like tier lists, video essays, reviews, etc., those are things I kind of really plan on doing on my own. I need to do more reviews. I fell off with that. So yeah, this current list of goals is even less be-all, end-all than the channel milestone list. But I figured since I was spinning off my current goals into channel milestones, like that was set in stone, like something that I'm going to execute, I figured I should at least have something as of now to take the place of those on Patreon. So this list is subject to change, but I'm feeling pretty confident about things at this time, though admittedly less so than the channel milestones, but we'll get to that when we get to it. At $50 a month, more sort of deep divey videos exploring the lore and world building of games or a series of patrons' choosing, similar to what I was doing for the Legend of Zelda games. This will not include the Legend of Zelda videos that I do intend to get back to at some point, and quite honestly want to redo my previous ones. I mean, I started that series with just like a base understanding of my editing software, and at the time I wasn't even including footage from the games. So it is a goal of mine to at one point remaster those videos. And yeah, I know algorithmically that's not the best when those original videos are still up and somehow still get views to this day. But I just want to make something that I'm proud of, and looking back at those old Zelda videos, it's like, yeah, I could have did better. But yeah, this goal will not include those Zelda timeline videos. This sort of came about from the reception of those Zelda videos, and even as recent as this year, someone commenting on one of those asking if I was ever going to continue on with those. Not to mention getting comments from people in the past saying, oh, you should do this kind of thing for Dark Souls, before I had ever even played Dark Souls and other various games. So I figured it would be a neat thing to do, and patrons would vote on what games or series or whatever that I would do. So Dark Souls, why not? Kirby? Yeah. Mario? Yes, I would go in depth into the Mario is evil theory that is perpetuated throughout all of the games. Oh yes. This will also be set apart from another idea that I have been planning to sort of do on my own, of video essays of video games. Like, the video essays would be more analytical of the games themselves, like the structure and how it elicits certain reactions or how it covers certain things, as opposed to these lore deep diving things being within the world of the game. To use a wrestling term, the kayfabe of the video game. Like in my Zelda timeline videos, I never really went into, like, you know, the graphics or music or gameplay of the games. It was just about the stories and the lore. So yeah, I figured that would be a fun little thing to do. At $100, I'll be like everyone else and their mother and start a podcast. What will it be about? Whatever. But mostly video games. But other topics like, well, you know, wrestling, movies, TV, books, etc. It wouldn't be off topic. I would try to keep it a sort of light-hearted type of deal, not really delving too much into like super serious things or current events or what's going on in the political world. But that's not to say I won't ever cover things like that, especially when, you know, current events warrant it. So yeah, it's sort of just a general video game / nerdy podcast type of deal. Sorry I don't have anything more concrete than that, but I mean, I'm also, as of now, a ways off from that goal. But at the very least, it would be a regular podcast with more of a focus on games, gaming news, and game design. Beyond that, I do have a goal for creating a website and a stereotypical YouTuber Patreon goal of, if I reach this amount, I'll do this full time, which I do not think I will ever reach, but hey, crazier things have happened. Not really spending too much time talking about these because of how far off they are. But I feel that if we do ever reach the goal of a website, which at the time of this recording is at $200, I would have amassed a base of both fans and videos that would warrant a website, because as of right now, I feel that's not really necessary, just based on the size of my channel on YouTube and on Twitch. Likewise, it's the same reason I don't have merch. But yeah, that's why I sort of have the website at a tentative goal of $200 a month, because I feel at that point, if I were to reach that, then I would be at a decent enough size to warrant a website. And that wouldn't be a sort of like, oh, I would need to stay at that goal each month to maintain the website thing. It would just be for the initial creation and design and hosting. And yeah, I know there are free like site builders out there like Weebly and whatnot, but I would want to make things a little more personable, and at the very least, like, if I do go to a site builder site, but at the very least I would want to be able to commission someone for logos, branding, other general design things, which I know, like, all of that combined would probably be more than 200, but look, I'm doing my best at trying to budget all this, and I mean, you know, anything I make on Patreon would go directly into the channel, so as well as saving. I'm not up here saying I'm going to use like the money each and every month to pay bills or taxes or something. Like, there's going to be a nice amount built up, so I'm not breaking the bank. But yeah, I just feel like things would sort of be stable enough at that point to warrant all that. So yeah, I'm done rambling here. Those are my current 4 new Patreon goals. And that's not to say I'm not thinking of more that I can do. Another thing I was thinking of was cooking with Cap. Just regular cooking videos. But by that same token, that's not really game related unless I find, like, I don't know, Final Fantasy cookbooks or Street Fighter cookbooks, which do exist. Or just make video game based foods, which isn't a bad idea. Or just other foods in general, random things, you know. But that's kind of out of the element of video games in of itself. But if that is something you would be interested in, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, if enough people are down with it, then hey, I'll go ahead and make it a Patreon goal. In addition to that, I'm also adding to the Patron Perks, making it official that early access to edited non-LP videos will be a thing. Videos like reviews, lists, my one-shot "this is insert video game name here" videos, which I was getting back to doing, but kind of fell off with that. I'm sorry. But yeah, early access to those whenever they're done. Can't really promise that for LP videos due to how inconsistent my time is at times to record and have a lot of these videos ready. But at the very least, I'd be able to offer that for edited, focused videos. But yeah, that's all I got for today. We got channel milestones, we got new Patreon goals, and yeah, just let me know what you think about any of these. I'm always open to suggestions, feedback, whatever. And once again, I feel I should mention, like, anything that's on Patreon is also extended to YouTube memberships. And yeah, that's all I got. So thanks for watching this update. Sorry it got super rambly towards the end, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.